Man, gather around. OG Savage Prison Tales here. And welcome back to the channel, guys, where you guys know over here, your Uncle OG gives it to you real and raw and tough and still with no sugar and no cut and no sweetener added. Yes, I got time today, guys, because our younger generation is lost and turned out. I think there was a song by the Whisperers called Lost and Turned Out. If you know the song I'm talking about, if you're an OG and you listen to my videos, in the comment put a 100 and then put the name of the group that sang the song Lost and Turned Out. I think back then they were talking about young women, but man, now with the gender fluidity and changing your sex and transgenderism and transformism and everything, a lot of young guys, man, are confused about their sexual identity, which is okay. I'm not judging you. But you need to hear the hard, cold, true facts about maximum security prison and the pipeline that's called from high school to prison for the prison industrial complex to lock you up and wipe out your DNA from the rest of society. Because if you go to maximum security prison and you're still a teenager and you get life, double life, triple life, life without natural life, or God forbid the death sentence, I sentence you to death, your genetic pool is wiped out. And it don't matter if you have brothers and cousins and everything and uncles. I'm talking about your specific genetic markers you will not pass your DNA down through the centuries. So over here on this channel, I'm gonna give you the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me, Almighty Father, so I can do penance for the bad things I've done when I was in my 20s that cost me to be locked up in maximum security prison for a whole decade, during my whole 30s in prison, coming out with a whole new environment, a whole new world of email and the internet and cell phones and all this stuff, man. The soft dude era, man. So without further ado, I'm getting to talk with today's video, which is going to be a mind-bending experience for a lot of you youngsters, dudes in the prime of your life, middle-aged dudes hitting the midlife crisis, even some of you silver surfers, man, and you silver foxes and you OGs, because I'm going to share with you, man, a peek inside the mind of a monster and how I survived 10 years in a hell called maximum security prison, and I had to become a demonically possessed entity because it takes a wolf to kill a wolf. So I had to become a demon to smite down my enemies. And I came out and I got excised. I've been through psychological counseling to remove the demonic entities and the evil spirits that took over my body while I was in there. The topic of today's video, guys, in maximum security prison, the apex alpha booty bandits walk around looking for soft beta bottom boys to mount. This is the reality. So just to keep you guys entertained, man, because you like to have multitaskingism going on with your ADHD. Let's check this out. Hey, this your boy OG Silverback here with Big Henry. And we're getting ready to do our military militia. And make sure you support your boy and go see the movie, because the name is MR9. So anyway, guys, what this video here, this short clip has to do with today's video is, man, you have to understand that maximum security prison is like a small metal fishbowl filled with sharks, killer whales, piranhas, and barracudas and electric eels just swimming around looking to kill and maim and to subjugate and dominate, man, and to just instill fear. Because let me tell you something about apex alpha predators, man. Yeah, on the outside, they hit the genetic lottery, the big and tall and scary, like the Nephilim dude and the chimeras and things of that nature. But inside, dude, they're afraid and they're scarred. So how do they react? On the outside, what they look to do is to exert fear and dominance on people that they deem to be weaker. Maybe you didn't hit the genetic lottery. Maybe you're shorter. Maybe you're a wimpy dude. You're a chubby dude. You haven't been doing OG's close quarters combatives. You haven't been getting punched in the face and kicked in the nuts and kneed in the ribs since you were a little baby boy like me, so you're not hardened. And so they walk around looking for weak people to dominate because it makes them feel good. Let me tell you something about people with low self-esteem. They overcompensate because on the outside, they're all outgoing and extrovert and they're over the top, but they're confidence, but it's actually arrogance to mask and hide the fact that deep down inside, they feel like a worthless piece of shit. And when these type of people, let's call them narcissists and psychopaths and sociopaths, when they feel like worthless pieces of shit, how do they make themselves feel good about themselves? By putting you down. So you're in a situation, environment where people are constantly putting you down, berating you, trying to make you feel less than what you are. Stand up and beat your chest like a silverback gorilla and know that they actually on the inside, they have low self-esteem. They're trying to make themselves feel better by putting you down to make themselves look better. It's like the guy who has a building, a small building, but he goes around town blowing up the bigger buildings so he can have the biggest building, you know. Misery loves company. But like I was saying, man, maximum security prison is a small metal fishbowl filled with sharks, killer whales, barracudas, what's they called, piranhas, and electric eels, man, looking to just take advantage of you and dominate you. And so even though on the outside it looks big on the outside, but it is actually small and cramped because of the overcrowded prison population, man. I'd like you guys to come to my channel, man, not just to listen to what I'm saying, but to allow me to be your mentor, your friend, your leader, your illuminator to enlighten the path to understanding. So what I'd like you to do is not just listen to me, but actually research what I'm saying to you. Understand that the United States has the largest prison population of any westernized country in the whole world. It's called the Prison Industrial Complex, Prison Industry Authority. It's a new form of slavery and subjugation. It's a new form of serfism. Back in the day, they had these, you know, royalties, and they would have these serfs. You live on their land, but actually you're nothing but an indentured servant. So the prison population is overcrowded, dude, and so there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. And the apex alpha predator booty bandits notice, so you just look at them like they're just walking around, looking to see who's weak and soft. Because let me tell you, when I was first incarcerated, I was locked up back in 1990 at level 4, level 5 prisons, and I was in a whole lot. It's called segregated housing unit. Level 4, level 5 in the whole was actually a single bunk, one-man cell. So you just put you in isolation. It was like a punishment, but me, actually, I loved it. I loved being away from general population because they had a lot of silly motherfuckers. And let me tell you one thing I liked about being in prison back east. I don't know if it's different now, but back when I was in maximum security prison as a teenage youth from 14 to 16, I used to regularly see dudes get murdered or unalived or one-offed, whatever you want to call it, to keep YouTube from striking my channel, whatever you want to call it. And there was no consequence. They would just send you to a higher level of prison because they knew you was a savage. But when I was incarcerated in California, man, the one thing I didn't like, they put you into maximum security prison with lifers, dudes on death row, dudes ain't never getting out. And they're trying to take your manhood. So if you take their life, they would then commute their sentence onto you. What that means is they would take their life sentence and they would put it onto you, even when you go to what's called your hearing, your board hearing, and you tell the warden, dude was trying to take my cheeks. And then, you know, so I had to defend myself. And unfortunately for him, I got a particular set of skills that ended his bitch ass life. The warden goes, you should have filed a 602. You should have filed a complaint prior to the incident. Therefore, we sentenced you to life in prison. You're taking his prison sentence. So I didn't like that because there's a lot of silly lifers that don't have the cojones or the compunction or the Weibos homes to end their own misery and take their own life. Motherfucker, you got life in prison. You got a death sentence, man. You waiting for a pardon, which ain't gonna happen, man. Just jump off the 5th tier and end your bitch ass life, because you're nothing but a demonic entity. You're nothing but a dead man walking. You're nothing but a fucking zombie wasting and rotting away in this maximum security prison hellhole. But they don't have the cojones or the Weibos to do it, or the gumption to take their own life. So what they do is walking around looking for somebody like me to give them what the Spartans call a glorious death. But the problem is I figured out the game. I'm not going for the okie doke. I'm not going to kill your bitch ass because you're a weak, soft motherfucking homosexual gang member. I'm not going to kill your bitch ass and do life in prison the rest of my life because you're too much of a biatch to take your own life. So I just opted to break dudes off and spend the majority of my time in a segregated housing unit, because I'd break a dude off so properly, like I make his collarbone get exposed, or I puncture his ribs, man, or bust his occipital lobe, or bite off his nose, great body dismemberment. And they put me in the SHU for 9 months. And then when it comes to my hearing to go back to general population, I tell the warden to suck my fucking baloney pony. Fuck you and fuck your grandmama. So they put me they leave me in the SHU for another additional 90 days. That's 1 year down. You doggy. Then they let me out because my points is lower. They send me to another prison. I repeat the cycle over. Break off, go to the SHU, rinse and repeat. So anyway, man, when I was first locked up, level 4 and level 5 in the hole was one single man bunk, single bunk cell. When I was leaving the prison system, man, in November 1999, I was leaving level 4 in the hole, and now they're 2-man cells, man. And guys, just so you know, man, a lot of cats from maximum security prison watch my YouTube videos. They got phones now, dude. It's a whole different lifestyle, man. Or they just got out. They're in a halfway house, dude, or a boarding house. So I talked to a lot of guys that are currently incarcerated or recently released, and they let me know that now, man, they have up to 3 men to cells in level 4 and in the hole. So the prison population is overcrowded, man. So I just wanted to share with you, man. In maximum security prison, there are numerous apex alpha predator booty bandits and warriors that walk around the prison daily, looking everyone in the eye and testing you to see who is going to be the new beta boy, bottom pillar biter, bitch boy. Let's see what this dude's got to say. And we ain't playing with you motherfuckers, because if you don't go and see the movie, we're going to come and find you. And that's the whole thing I'm trying to tell you about maximum security prison, man. The apex alphas, man, the booty bandits, the booty warriors, man, every time there's an unlock, they just purposely do. They're not worried about good time or going to school or having a program or going to work. They ain't giving a shit, dude. They just messed up. Once you get life in prison, you go through a metamorphosis that fucks you up, dude. Fucks you up, because now you understand these 4 walls are all you're going to see the rest of your motherfucking fucked up life. You ain't never getting out, dude. And then some lifers, man, don't get visits. You can't get conjugal visit. A conjugal visit is when you can marry a lady and they come inside the prison so you can, what's the word called? Not finalize, but hey, guys, if you know in the comments what I'm talking about, when you first get married and then you have sex with your wife, there's a word called that it finalizes the marriage or something. I forget the name of it, but help me out in the comments. But they can no longer get conjugal visits. They can no longer be married and bring their wives inside the prison to have, sex with their wives, man. And so they just horny dudes, and they're angry because they done messed theirs off. And here's the problem. You got OG convicts been in there since the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s. And they got cell phones now, and they watching TV. They see how society has de-evolved, and they see you youngsters coming up in there. You done had your switches and your machine guns and your your anti-aircraft weapons and your anti-tank explosives and all that. You're a bad motherfucker on the street. But when you come into maximum security prison, ain't no weapons, Holmes. The only weapons you have at Holmes is your Manos, Holmes. And I appreciate the Hispanic vato who told me the right name of a knife in Spanish. I was calling it a cohete, but a cohete is a pistol. I think you told me it's a filele. Correct me in the comments, man, because I forgot. I got to look through the comments again, man. But I got a lot going on, guys, because my cousin recently had hip replacement surgery. So I'm responsible to, we live in a 3-story farmhouse. It's really huge. I'm responsible to have him go up and down the steps to his bedroom and the shower, bring him down to eat the 3 meals, you know what I mean? Then I'm responsible to take him to physical therapy because you got to have rehab on your hip. And then also now I'm responsible to do the, landscaping of the big acres we live on, and then mowing the lawn and this fall here, getting the leaves up and everything and pulling up the weeds and stuff, man. So it's a lot going on. And then I'm working on my book. I'm writing a book, dude, because I defeated stage 4 metastasis. Prostate cancer was all in my lymph nodes, guys, and my bones. When it's in your lymph nodes and bones, you're fucked. And I'm going to write a book because I'm going to tell the public and you guys exactly what I did to beat it wasn't just prostate cancer. When it metastasizes, it leaves outside your prostate. It was all in my body, dude. Like they did a PET scan and a bone scan. It was all in my bones and all in my lymph nodes, bro. I was fucked up. And they gave me 2 to 5 months to live. They said, get your affairs in order. You out of here, man. And then, they put me on the aggressive, it's called a triple threat of radiation, hormone therapy, and the chemo. I was too far gone for the radiation therapy, so they put me on hormone treatment. Basically what that is they remove all the testosterone from your body because that feeds the prostate cancer. And then the next stage was chemo, but I got the secret sauce, the protocols that I did. I'm writing in my book. And I'm going to share this with you guys in the world because it's game changing. I went from having 2 to 5 months to live. Now they give me another 20 years, bro. They said it's completely gone. So I'm going to share the protocol and let you guys know exactly what I did. But I'm saying that because I can't answer all your comments. I appreciate you guys, man. And I appreciate the support. My channel's growing again. Go over to the Warriors Den because I still have 2 strikes. And anytime YouTube can give me the 3rd one, it's just so random. And I've been trying to, stay away from telling you to avoid bad women and the baddies and the hotties and the IG models and all that. Because that's what got my channel struck. They said I was doing hate speeches against women. So anyway, go over to the Warriors Den and then subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know that you came from the OG Savage Prison Tales channel. But I appreciate you guys, my valued subscribers, my new subscribers, and my followers, man. Because I want to give you the message. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with you because, as I was saying, man, you see, in maximum security prison, you can only fake being hard and tough for so long until your whole card is pulled, you see? So a lot of cats, man, you from the street. I got it. I'm from the street. I'm from the hood. I'm from the barrio. I'm from the trailer park. I'm from all that. I know how to fake it. So I make it, put my game face on, put on the mask. You can act hard. Let me tell you, when you're in maximum security prison, where 70% of the cats is demons and zombies and gorillas and bears and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, they savages, Nephilim and giants and monsters, man, and hybrids, man, and chimeras. Hey, man, they can tell when you're just a regular mortal human being. You ain't ready to take a motherfucker's life. Because it's one thing to say it. Hey, man, motherfucker fuck with me. I'm taking motherfucking life. You see that? You sound like T.I.'s son King. He talking all that hard shit, but he ain't got no bass in his motherfucking voice. Man, I used to tell the dudes like this, like, hey, my man, do you know me, my man? I don't know you. You don't want to know me. So the next time you speak to me, man, be ready to get your fucking dome cracked. You understand, my G? You understand, Ninja? You see the bass in my voice? You understand, Wood, Vato? You got to have conviction, man. So all I'm saying is this, man. In maximum security prison, everybody's tested. Even the big, tall Cro-Magnon Neanderthal motherfuckers, because they want to test you to see where your heart is, because it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the fucking dog. You son of a bitch, like Bernie Sanders used to say. So in part, I just wanted to tell you this, man. That's why I made this video, man. If you figure out you're not about that life, then what you have to do is you have to PC up and hide, because, dude, you ain't built for that. And let me tell you something, man. Nothing against, homosexuals or alternate lifestyles. That's what you're into. If you guys follow me on IG, and if you looked in my community tab, you see I got a lovely girlfriend who's now my fiance, Yoni Zena, the female warrior, man. We've been together for 4 years now, dude, in Southeast Asia, traveling all through there, doing martial arts and yoga, dude, and Zen meditation, Buddhism. She's enlightened my life and helped me to vibrate on a higher level so I can do penance for all the bad shit I did to people that looked like me and other races when I was in the dope game and torturing drug dealers and kidnapping them, man, and peeling their faces off and cutting off their testicles and shit. Because the demons was telling me what to do, man, to get that dope and the money, man. So I'm doing penance. I'm trying to vibrate on a higher level to reach a higher plane of forgiveness from my almighty Father for the bad shit I've done by making these videos for you youngsters. And I'm telling you, man, listen to me, Vato, Wood, homie, Gentes, whatever you want to be called in Punjabi, whatever it is, your language. Man, a lot of you youngsters ain't built for the horrors, man, that's going on in maximum security prison, dude. It's an altered reality, bro. It's the Matrix for sure, but it's the Matrix all formed together with, what's that movie called? Resident Evil, dude, and Hellraiser, and all that shit combined, bro. Because these motherfuckers ain't never getting out. It's a motherfucking human zoo experiment like the Nazis used to do with the chimpanzee soldiers, mixing chimpanzee DNA with men and doing the hybrid chimera warriors, and it was demonically possessed. That's how it is in maximum security prison. So you walk up in there and you ain't got no bodies on your resume. When I say a body on your resume, I don't mean with a Kuwaiti Holmes. Anybody can take a gun and pew, pew. Yeah, motherfucker, don't fuck with me, motherfucker. Yeah, it's a whole nother thing, man. When you take I forget the name of a knife in Spanish. You take a knife, man, and you stick it in the dude's flesh over and over and over again until the life blood leaves his body. And then you grab him by the hair, you look in his face, and you say, "Hey, man, say hello to Lucifer for me, you bitch-made motherfucker." And then you rip his head off, right? You saw his head off. If you ain't built for that, man, you ain't built for maximum security prison. So like I said in my previous video, once you realize you ain't built for that life, PC up, go to protective custody, deprogram from the gangs, drop out. When you get to your parole hearing, tell them your life's in danger. You want to move to a whole nother state. Go to a whole nother state, square up, Urkel up like me, dude. Like I did a whole transformation thanks to Curtis Thomas. He taught me how to do the Superman thing where I would put on my glasses and my suit. I became Clark Kent, play that role, dude. Get off parole and shit, get your felony expunged and get the fuck out of this country, man, before they lock your ass up again and you're in there. So I just wanted to share that with you, man. If you don't, man, if you don't PC up or stay out of maximum security prison, the Apex Alpha Booty Bandits, man, they will go up inside you so deep, man, and rip you open, dude. You ain't gonna be no good to nobody, man. So if I reached you, man, and you feel like I'm trying to give you some good education and you're not triggered because you've been listening to your mama, your papa, your uncles, and your homeboys, your gay homeboy gang member leaders, drug addict, gas motherfuckers. If you like the message, man, I gave to you, man, thumbs up the video, man. And the most important thing is to subscribe, not because of the algorithm, none of that. So you know when I'm going to be uploading my videos, because this is a current video right now. I'm in Baltimore, Maryland, dude, the home of the Savage Ninjas, bro. Hey, man, it's savage out here, even before the SNAP benefits was taken and all that. Hey, man, when you go to Washington, D.C. or Baltimore, and I think it's called BWI, help me in the comments. It's Baltimore, Washington, D.C., and Virginia, and Maryland, dude. So it's like a loop. Hey, man, when you go to downtown Washington or Baltimore, be on guard, because the YNs, they run up on your car with the straps, tell you to get out the car, break yourself, they carjack you, take your wallet and your jewelry, and you'd be lucky they don't unalive you, man, because they on some savage inbred shit, dude. Like the movie Deliverance, where the white dudes was inbred here in Baltimore due to history. Hey, man, don't hate the messenger. One thing about my channel, if I trigger you, dude, or I say something to offend you, this is what's called tough love. I ain't putting no sugar coating on it, man. I ain't putting no sweetener on it. The facts don't have feelings. This is the facts. Do your history on Baltimore, man. This was a slave breeding hub, man, when they used to have the YNs put on blindfolds and have sex with their mom and then procreate, having inbred generations of mentally deranged savage motherfuckers. They would take the biggest, strongest black slaves, man. They would have the biggest, strongest black female slave and the male slave, and they have sex and the baby come out. And sometimes they have sex when the baby grows up. They having sex with that baby. Now that baby grows up, they having sex with the mama. It was just crazy. Google it, man. Don't take my word for it. Say they're inbreeding in Baltimore blacks. This is not a race-based statement. I'm part black. It's just the facts, man. I read a lot of stuff on let me show you guys this before I go, man. Let me see if I can show you this, man. Wait, let me see. I'm trying to show you this. Look, let me show you this, guys. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. I've been reading books about Africa, man. I've been reading books about Africa. If you stop the video, get the title, and this is a mind-blowing book right here. It tells you all about things that you're not ready to handle, but you need to understand, because if you're still playing this game or you want to be a gangster, gang banging drug dealer, you're dumb as fuck, because you done fall into the MK Ultra mind control psyop. They're trying to guide you away from being a productive member of society so you can go ahead and help the prison industry authority new forms of slavery, man, so they can make money off of your dumb ass and then take away your genetic lineage, man. It's not just for blacks, it's for whites, Mexicans, Indians, Asians, anybody who's involved in life of crime, and you're thinking you're a bad motherfucker, you think you're above the law, and you're thinking that, you know me, you can just go and do what you want to do like it's legal. Man, there's too much technology, dude. You've fallen right into their trap, man. So all I'm trying to say is, I know for a fact that 80% of you youngsters ain't built for what's going on in maximum security prison, because why? They got the OGs in there from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And here was one I want to share with you. You youngsters are so used to seeing older dudes on the street that drink and smoke and don't take care of their health and all this kind of stuff. You ain't met a real OG like me. And here's what I want to say. I'm 64, man. And when I meet most people, I don't want to be talking about women because I'm engaged now. But when I meet most people, male or female, they think I'm in my late 40s, bro. I'm 64 because I'm really powerful and strong. Man, I beat metastatic stage 4 cancer, fellas. Yeah, I mean, Almighty God is part of the reason, but I'm also telling you my lifestyle. I eat clean, I live clean, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke, I don't drink. I get my sleep and I exercise regularly. I do, most importantly, fighting skills, man. I've been telling you guys about mixed martial arts and Muay Thai since my channel started. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go deep into the archives when my fiance gets here, and I'm gonna bring up when my channel first started. I was teaching fighting techniques until my channel got shut down because some wines was talking about, oh man, you can't fight, motherfucker. You know, I'll fuck you up and this and that. And I was used to give them the dates. If anybody's been following my channel since 2016, like you're a valued subscriber and you're proud of it, put a 500 in the comments. I used to put the dates and locations of the martial arts tournaments, the cage fighting events I would be at, the bodybuilding, powerlifting events I would be at all through California ahead of time. So anybody had a problem, they can come see me. You can bring your homies, your posse, your gentes, your pueblos. I didn't give a fuck. It's not because I was riding deep with my gym members, because I have two of my own gyms, fighting gyms. That wasn't it. Man, we can do whatever you want to do. We can do fisticuffs, mano a mano, cuetes, fucking knives, whatever, swords. I didn't give a shit because I'm a real barbarian. And then YouTube shut my channel down because I was making threats to youngsters and they reported me. So all I'm saying is, you guys are from a different generation. I understand you've been influenced by YouTube, Instagram, the TV, videos, movies to be a real softer generation. I'm a baby boomer, man. And when I went to prison in 1990 and I did the whole 90s in prison, that's when the whole America changed, dude. It's just the soft boy era. And I missed all that. So when I came out, I was like that movie with Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone. I think it was called Frozen Man or Elevator Man or Mega Man or something. Put the name in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone were frozen, and then they were let out 50 years later, and they didn't fit in. So that was me. I was 10 years in max security prison. I didn't watch TV, didn't have a cell phone. I didn't have cell phones back then. I didn't take phone calls, visits, nothing. I just did my time, and I got my degree in theology, dude. And so then I just got a pact with Almighty God, man. This is my belief. And it gave me the power to smite down the demonic entities. And so what I'm trying to say, dude, when I came out, society had de-evolved, and I was like a Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon. I didn't fit in. I was like a caveman. And I've kept this mentality. The only thing the German Curtis Thomas taught me was to put a suit on a gorilla. So I just learned to put on a suit. Say, good morning. How are you today? Golly gee. So I could make that IT money for 30 years, man. IT executive vice president of major Fortune 500 companies. And now that I'm retired, man, I can just speak my truth, and I'm trying to vibrate on a higher level. It's all about your vibration, the law of vibrations, guys. Google that. And I'm trying to be a good dude to help you guys to keep you out of maximum security prison. So with that being said, man, may God, Allah, the universe, or the ether bless you. And I'm sending you kindness, man, and I'm sending you some positive waves to the ether. Take care of my people, all my people, man, because I'm mixed with 4 races. I love everybody.